they have to either pay that fine or go to court. Or, well, if they don't have the money for the fine, then of course they're going to have a bench warrant put out on them. So the bench warrant's put out, and then they're taken to jail. So now they're spending time in jail. They can't pay the bail, so they have to stay there for whatever, the 2 weeks, the 30 days, whatever that the bench warrant stipulates. Fine is some absorbent fee. Stop sign, didn't use a blinker to change black people that are pulled over by police on them. So the bench warrants put out, and then their books as they are now pretty much ensure that they failed to roll and stop at a stop sign. Not even incentive. What is their ability to participate fully as a citizen? To read books like Michelle Alexander's The New Jim Crow, she goes into this in depth. And that basically means that police are used more for a profit generator versus used for a public safety issue. I mean, because I think we can all agree that things like, having a tail light that is out, while can be a safety issue, does not necessarily need to incur some type of heavy fine, because the process usually goes like this. You see in a lot of these municipalities, whether it's in Minneapolis, Orlando, Castile was, or if you look at some studies that have been looked at some outskirts around Ferguson, St. Louis, you have folks, particularly poor and predominantly black people, that are pulled over by police. They're stopped for some type of petty issue. They failed to roll and stop at a stop sign, didn't use a blinker to change lanes, to turn, etc., something like that. So then they get a fine, and that fine is some absorbent fee, hundreds of dollars. So they have to either pay that fine or go to court. Or, well, if they don't have the money for the fine, then of course they're going to have a bench warrant put out on them. So the bench warrant's put out, and then they're taken to jail. So now they're spending time in jail. They can't pay the bail, so they have to stay there for whatever, the 2 weeks, the 30 days, whatever that the bench warrant stipulates. So after that, now they're not paying bills, they're not going to work. Of course, they lose their job. So now they get out, they've got an arrest record, and now they have no job. So now they're put in an even more dire situation, because they don't have money, and it's made even harder for them to get work, because as a country, the laws on the books as they are now pretty much ensure that you're more likely not going to stay a second-class citizen once you get these arrests and these convictions, especially, God forbid, you get a felony conviction. You lose your right to own a firearm in the first place. You lose your right to vote. You lose your right to serve on juries. And so you lose many of the rights that make you a full citizen. And so what is the incentive for someone to participate? Not even incentive. What is their ability to participate fully as a citizen to try to rectify some of these things so that they can rejoin being a first-class citizen in this country? Because we always say that people go to jail, they're serving their debt to society. So once you've served that debt, then you should be allowed to reintegrate and become a full-fledged citizen of society. Now, of course, you can make arguments for certain things if it's, some really heinous crimes, rape, murder, those type of things. But predominantly, these are not the type of crimes that people are being released from jail from and coming back to communities from. They're usually non-violent crimes. Usually have to do with some sort of controlled substance.
Yeah, I think that's why it's so hard when we have these conversations within the African American community, because it is a multi-layered issue. It's a multifaceted issue. There's no one-to-one answer to it. But we know that in our communities we're tired of seeing.
Place. He had been pulled over something like 50 plus. Since he was still legal gun over, that tells you there are a couple of different things that are going on here. And, within things like the Flando Castile shooting, there are a couple of different things that are going on here. The Flando Castile shooting, there are a couple of different things that are going on here. There are a couple of different things that are going on here. There are a couple of different things that are going on here. And one issue is that it's very much a political issue. So if you look at the Flando Castile's history of his interactions with police officers, one issue is that it is very much a political issue. So if you look at the Flando Castile's history of his interactions with police officers in the first place, he had been pulled over something like 50 plus times, within a couple of years period. And so you have to think, why is this individual getting pulled over so much? And since he was still legal gun over, that tells you that none of these reasons that he was pulled over was for anything that would take away his right to own a firearm.
Real fucked up background. I've been doing shit since I was about 16, 17, smoking dirty, drinking, But as the years went on, somewhat shit changed. Not everything, just some shit.